Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Look out, he's got room. Breaks into the open.
And you gotta lock in on your keys. When they run this kind of offense and they do the replays, somebody has to account for the quarterback, and they forgot who that was, and he made them pay with a big play.
The Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. Fights off the defender. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quick release by the QB. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game again.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
How about the aggressive play calling? Love aggressiveness, bringing the free safety down, blitzing him. You could tell completely disrupted the offense. They didn't know how to handle it. Free safety chases the QB, gets him on the ground.
And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Klubnik. Snagged in the middle, it's Haynes. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They didn't look to push it downfield, and the running back not quite able to get to the sticks.
Yeah, but I don't mind the decision. I like getting it to my guy and trusting him to make a play and get the first down. But now puts me in a different situation. 4th down. Do I want to go for it? What do I want to run?
Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And they don't get 7 on that opening drive, but they get 3. And this place is rocking. Night games are always so loud, so obnoxious, and these fans, they get something to cheer about with that first offensive possession.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off play action on first down. He's going to take a shot. He's got it. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. And that's exactly what happened. Nice job.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. A strike downfield. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got it in the middle, it's Rodgers. Into the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Lining up to add another. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Finds his tight end. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Brings up third down. It'll be third and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down to try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
Punt is on its way. He'll return it from around the 50. And the returner will be brought down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the gun, the inside give. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Trying to pound their way forward, he picks up a couple to the 31. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on it if they can stop him on third down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll run the option. He got penetration to make the stop in the backfield, and they gave back that 4 they just gained. It's 3rd and 10.
And they run the option, and that had no chance. And the QB, you could tell something was a little bit messed up, and he starts to run. It goes nowhere. Defense swarms him. That is the play that we don't want to run again.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently, does a great job running his route. Great result because of it.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Caught over the middle. It's Moore.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And 1st down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time on target. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Looking to go up top in times, running out in the half. Got him downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Got a man. It's Hoffman. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Second down.
Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Throws to the tight end. Got his man. Lots of running room. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
Number 7.
Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's got it. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Brings up
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. Quick strike complete. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
And that's a first down.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Haynes. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Looking to the big tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Pulls it in. It's Grimes. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
NC State, a lot of freedom to do anything here on second and inches. Running behind that left side. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Now on first down from the 30. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. And his throw is incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Grimes. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the Tigers take over first and 10.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Offense picking up steam. First and 10 from the 31. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. Second and 8 coming up. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. Offense working from the pistol. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
On the direct snap, it's Grimes. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. To throw, it's Klubnik. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Now the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a 1-possession game. And after the extra point, it's a 1-possession game, down 21-13. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive.
21, Clemson, 13.
They still need a touchdown and two-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the fourth.
Well, great job by the hands team receiving there. They're able to spot the kick, fall on it, make sure they keep possession, secure it. Nice job.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodgers. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
Rides the back on the option, the give. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all-timers.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like,